Foster care, a temporary living situation for children whose parents cannot take care of them. For children who their biological parents, foster, legal guardians, or any other type of people who cannot take care of them go into foster care. Now, I'm sure we have all heard of foster care, but where exactly does it come from, and is it a good or bad thing? Today, I will be going over the history of foster care, the advantages and disadvantages of foster care, and how this connects to me personally. As we go into the history of foster care, in 1636, Benjamin Eaton was the first recorded foster child ever. Now, I don't have much background on him because there's really nothing online, but he was the first official foster care child. Now, as we jump forward, according to the nfpaonline.org, in 1853, Charles Loring Brace started the free foster home movement. He started this movement to help to get the kids off the street of New York City, where he grew up, because he was very concerned for all the homeless children. This movement today is the foundation of the foster care system, and it still belongs today. Now, in the late 19th century, Massachusetts started paying people to give home to kids to foster them. Some of the reasons why kids become foster kids and go into the system is because of neglect, physical abuse, sexual abuse, and many other types of abuse. Now, to go with this, we have some of the disadvantages of foster care. When in foster care, foster children are at higher risk of mental and physical health issues that include learning disabilities, developmental delays, depression, behavioral issues, asthma, and obesity. According to CHLSS.org, most kids that have health and physical issues, this affects their learning abilities and how it affects them in school. About half of children who have been or are in foster care only tend to finish a part of high school, and only 3% of kids who have been in foster care graduate college. Another disadvantage of foster care is foster parents can also be very abusive. This affects foster children because once they may get out of that abusive home, it may be hard for them to connect with their next foster family, even if they are parents who want them to succeed. And it is hard for them to want to actually get adopted by those parents because they have trust issues from the foster parents before. To go along with this, we're going to go to the advantages of foster care. Some of those advantages include children being in foster care. Children can live with relatives. They can stay with other foster families or live in a group facility. Now, staying with relatives means it's easier for the foster child because you're staying with someone that you know and already love. Staying in foster families, it usually means that the foster child doesn't have a relative that is willing or able to take care of them, but it can help the child get out of a family abusive situation. Now, living in a group facility just simply means that there are 6 or more foster kids that are living in the household at the time. Some more advantages, and according to AFC4Kids.org, include AFC4Kids.org says that over half of the children who are in foster care usually return to their families. Another advantage that foster care helps them children get away from abusive home and getting adopted by the people who give them their time. After foster children have been in foster care, those parents may want to adopt them and give them their time for getting close and learning how to love those children after being with them. Now, how does this connect to me personally? As some of you may know, I was adopted at 4 years old with my brother at 3 years old. But the part of the story that most people didn't know, which I did not know until a couple years ago, because when I was 4 years old, I was at a daycare and I just got picked up by who was a stranger to me, but is now my mother. My brother and I just got picked up and honestly did not know what was going on. And what caused this was a lot of foster kids struggle with what is called disactivative amnesia. It's when your brain blocks out bad memories from the traumatic events. So from that day, the day I got picked up by my foster mom, I couldn't remember anything before that. I don't remember my biological parents. I don't remember being in any other homes. I couldn't tell you really anything about my childhood, and I don't have any pictures or anything to remember it. And that is a cause of the traumatic event. But, and another thing to go with this, a lot of children, including me, I have anxiety, as you may see. I have depression, emotional detachment, which makes it hard for me to talk to people, especially family and friends, about certain situations. And so that's one of the disadvantages of being in foster care and having a traumatic event. But out of all this, I still changed my life for the better of being in a new family that actually loves me. My foster parents ended up adopting my brother and I about a year later after being with them, and I've been with them ever since. And if it wasn't for them, I probably would not be at school at all, and I would probably be homeless. My mom just about 2 years ago told me my story, and that the reason why my brother were in foster care is because my bio parents were deep in drugs and would not get out of them. But in my opinion, I think it is good that they didn't try to take care of me and my brother while on that, because then I wouldn't be here today. So in conclusion, that is how I've connected to foster care. So today I have went over the history of foster care, the disadvantages and advantages of foster care, and how it has connected to me personally. Now, I hope this has opened your eyes on how foster care works, and to not always judge people because you may not know where they come from and what they deal with in life. Thank you.